Hey guys, Chris from the Ultimate Recycler. Welcome back to the emergency storage shed for another episode. I think we're up to 145 this week. We've got to get some things out of the shed as normal, but this week we're getting those two cupboards out, so that will create a fair bit of space. I think there's something in one of the cupboards, so we'll go and check that out first. We'll move the cupboards, we'll decide what we're going to do with them. I don't want to keep them, so they'll be handballed somewhere, probably pretty cheaply, or maybe free. Just want them to find a new home and give me some room in my home. If we get through that quickly and there's not much in that other one, we might even do another box. We've had some pretty cool boxes lately. A lot of historic stuff, a lot of ephemera, some books, all sorts of weird and wonderful things, most of which I'm sure I've never seen before in my life. Let's go back and have a look at what's in this other cupboard and we'll drag it out. Okay, well, this one over here, this is a kind of a retro, bright coloured. It's possibly just a kitchen cupboard. May have even been a food safe. Sometimes they had mesh on the sides of them. It looks like it's got a bit of mesh up there. It may have had the panels replaced. I think that's pegboard. Might have even had mesh across there originally. So probably a 1950s era kitchen cupboard. Maybe a fraction earlier. It's missing some decoration off one of the legs. So its only thing going for it really is that it's kind of cool, bright retro colours. Looks like it might have been hinged on that side and it's been modified. I don't know. Anyway, I'll get it up on the deck. We'll have a look at it, but I think we're probably just going to put a token, maybe $10 on it. Someone will come and grab it because it just looks quirky. This one, the other side, doesn't have a top on it, so maybe we could just try $10 each, and if we don't get any bites, we'll just try and offer to give them away. This one's a similar era, so it's not really nice solid timber. It's mostly plywood panels. The top probably would have been solid. Looks like the frame's pine. Some nice old drawers, but I don't think the top drawer actually matches. So yeah, we'll get that out, and probably very similar, really just a token price or a giveaway just to find new homes for them. Now this one does have some stuff in here. We'll go through that. I'm not sure what it is. I think the drawers are all empty, and I think the bottom of this cupboard is empty as well. So I'm not sure what that is. That gaming stuff? CD-ROM? Not sure. We'll get that in on the bench. I thought it was actually jigsaw puzzles when I first spotted it. So we'll have a look at that. Looks like it's had some rodents in here, or maybe that was just tatty when I got it and it was shoved in there. We'll check the other drawers, but we'll drag these two cupboards up onto the deck and decide what to do with them. At least with plywood cupboards, they're nice and light. All right, we'll put this stuff on the table. Nothing in these other drawers. Okay, silly place to put a camera. Okay, with those cupboards gone, look at all the extra space we've got. And what have we uncovered? Well, look what was under that one. That's a very early, very heavy book press. That's pretty nice. And this has been floating here for a while. This is part of a shearing stand, which I've got the motor for somewhere. So we will get to that at some stage. But now that we've freed up that, we can see that next we have a shelf unit. I think that's just a metal one. So there's going to be lots of boxes of treasures stacked on there. We have, what is this? Looks like a carburetor of something. An old engine carburetor with a very long tube for the, oh, that's probably the exhaust, inlet exhaust. And cotton reels on big long rods. I'm not sure what they were for. Interesting. I don't even remember where they come from. So yeah, lots of boxes in here. It looks like some of the boxes are starting to collapse from the weight. There's going to be more books. There's going to be, who knows, there's a Gladstone bag. And the old case, I don't know what's in the case. I don't know what's in most of these. I know there will be quite a lot of books from this house that we've been talking about recently, where a lot of the old historic books came from. What's down there? It looks like a typewriter. Okay, well, there's plenty of stuff to go through. Lots of smalls, lots of boxes of things. And same with up the top. And we can see the back wall there. And back behind here. Oh, these came out of an old bank. I think I was going to use them as a cabinet. Very thin. I think it was like a notice board with a door on it. I thought it might make a really nice display for bottles, but I never got around to doing anything with it. We'll probably sell that. Around behind here, it looks like we have more shelves. What's that? It looks like a pith helmet. Maybe Dr. Livingstone's in here. Okay, but next probably, we do have to get back to this shelf here in the middle. Looks like a heap of china and plates in that one. We have a nice old clock there, a school clock or a railway station clock. Large old His Master's Voice radio. We've been eyeing off this for a while. It's a Sansui stereo tuner amplifier. So that's a nice vintage piece, probably 1960s. I'm sure the back looks even more impressive. I'm sure the front looks even more impressive. There's a bag there with something in. That looks like a military box. There's more very early electronic stuff under here, and a box of assorted shed things, and a pokerwork vase. Plenty of variety. There's more stuff in here. There's a really early 1920s radio behind these cobwebs. Little boxes of stuff. I think there's an old, really old, that white thing I think is a large, probably a railway station flip clock. Looks like some sort of large clock above there too. Yeah, this is fun. Absolute fun. What's down there? The cast iron wheel off a lawnmower. It looks like there's a cast iron oven door. Timber boxes. Rightio, we could poke around here for hours. We shouldn't. Let's go and have a look at these cupboards and see what we're going to do with them. So I put these cupboards out on the lawn and took a photo, threw them straight on Facebook on the local buy, swap and sell groups. And almost immediately I had an inquiry on the larger one there, that ex-Food Safe I think it was. And I just put them on for $10 each. So I think that one's gone. I've also had a follow-up inquiry. If the first person doesn't take it, someone else wants it. So that's good. No inquiries on the other one yet. It's a shame it doesn't have a top. It wouldn't be hard to put a top on it. You could even put a piece of marble or something on it. It would look pretty nice. But it needs restoration, and I'm not into furniture restoration at this stage. I'd like to do it, but I don't have the time, and I certainly don't have the space. I just haven't got room in my shed to swing a cat, let alone a cupboard. So one will definitely be going today, I'm pretty sure. The other one, if it doesn't get any takers, I'll probably mark it down from $10 to free. Until then, they can rest on the lawn. Well, unless it rains, much the same as Coco is having a rest on the lawn. Okay, what was in that cupboard? Well, I thought it was jigsaws, but no, it's computer stuff, or at least they seem to be. The Jurassic Park, the screensaver. So it's a Windows product. System requirements, 3.5-inch disk drive and hard drive, 3 megabyte memory, MS-DOS 3.1 or later, Microsoft Windows 3.1 or later. So that's pretty early stuff. But is it just a box? It's very tatty, this one. I thought it might have had mice through it, but I don't think it has. I don't know why it was tatty. So what have we got in here? We've got... Is that it? Yeah, nothing else in here. Great Music Isn't Extinct. Motion picture soundtrack, 1993. Does it date back to then? Oh, here we go. Look at this. CD-ROM drive. Nice early stuff. Is that just a... Oh, it's a registration card. Here we have information about Jurassic Park. Screensaver CD-ROM. I don't know. Is it just a screensaver? Here's the discs. Troubleshooting tips. So they're floppy disks 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, 1993. Asymmetrics Corporation for Windows 3.1 or later. Pretty cool. I don't know if it's got any value. Here's the little booklet with it, showing you how to set up, and a bigger booklet here, a product catalogue of what these guys offer. Interesting. I don't know what value it would have. Maybe a Jurassic Park collector would like it. I'll do some checking. What's this one? Their Finest Hour, Battle of Britain. It's what? IBM, so it's computer stuff again. It's a game, is it? Lucasfilm Games. I've never heard of any of these. I wasn't a gamer. I'm still not. So these are larger floppies. These are the 5 1/4 floppies. That's disc 2, disc 1, disc 3, and disc 4. And what have we got here? We've got a radio frequency cipher wheel. Interesting. This is kind of combining board games with computer games, isn't it? And a big book here, which is the, I guess, the instructions and detail. Oh, okay. So it's a game of strategy, did I read quickly as it flicked past? And it looks like a lot of history. It must be all basis, all information for the game, I suppose. A reference card. And the warranty booklet. Right, so it all seems to be here. I have no idea if it's going to be worth much. But this one's in good condition and complete, and the box isn't damaged. We didn't get a date on this, did we? It'd probably be a similar era. Well, 5 1/4 inch discs has to date it to the early 90s at the latest, I would think. Rightio, this is Mech Warrior 2, 31st Century Combat. So I'm guessing another game. IBM compatible. Okay, you need a 486 processor, 8 mega RAM, hard disk drive with 45 meg of uncompressed space, MS-DOS 6.0. Well, all you computer guys will know how advanced that was, or how primitive that was. Certainly sounds older to me, but this one has a CD. So rather than the floppies, it looks unused. So there we go, CD. It does actually look like it's never been used. So does this have a date? 1995. Okay, it appears to have everything in here, does it? What do we got? Some paperwork, registration warranty card, book, codes and procedures of the Warriors cast. Okay, again, I need to do some checking. I'd have no idea what value to put on these. They might be highly sought after by collectors. They might be just, yeah, that's old computer stuff. No one wants that. But this one appears to be in good condition as well. And the box isn't damaged. There must be collectors out there for this stuff. Might have to eBay it maybe. Wing Commander 3D Space Combat Simulator. Okay, it looks to be a similar era again. And this one has the 3 1/2 inch floppies, 1 and 2, oh, and 3. A bit of carbon paper. Why is there carbon paper in here? And the book, product catalogue, quick start guide. Oh, is this a receipt? Sales voucher, 1993, from a computer shop in a local town. Did it have a price? Yes, $99.90. So $100 back in 1993 for a computer game. Interesting. I have no idea where these came from. This one's High Command, World War II, by the looks of it. Computer game again, IBM 386 or newer. So and here we have the disc here again, just the one disc, is it? It says disc 1, so there might be more. Alright, lots of paperwork and stuff with this one. Oh, there's some large discs here. What are these? Utility programs. I wonder if these go with it. Don't know. Reference manual. And this looks like 1993 as well. Alright, well, I got to do some research on these. Do you think we have much money here? I really don't know. Well, I've done some browsing on eBay completed items, and I've found all of these in various states of condition and various prices, and right around the world actually. So they obviously were quite popular. There's a lot of them out there, and that of course determines price. Things that aren't picked up and become a little bit of a less popular item tend to become more valuable later on, just purely because the numbers of the things aren't out there. So in saying that, they're still collectible. They still seem to bring money. I found a lot of them which didn't have the complete boxes, and they were just either the set of discs or the CD or maybe a book from one of them. But I did find enough of them that were complete and to give me an idea on selling price. So that all boils down to, I'm going to price them all the same. I'm going to put $30 each on them in the shop. I found some on eBay that made a lot more than that, but I also found examples of every one of them that didn't make that, although there was postage involved as well. But at least I know they're not worth hundreds. I'm happy to pass them on through the shop at $30 each. I would think they would sell pretty quickly. The Jurassic Park one, even though it's damaged and it may not be complete, I did find some, I think they were discs, or was that a CD? I don't remember. I did find them actually selling quite well. So we'll go 30 each. Buy 5 is $150 worth of computer games. Excellent. And when you couple that with our potential $20 for the cupboards, remember we pretty much have $10 in our pockets already, that will give us $170 for this episode. So not much stuff, not much value, but a huge amount of space thanks to moving those cupboards. And these were just a little bonus hiding in one of the cupboards. A quick look back through some of our previous episodes. The big box, actually we did 2 boxes of books this last week, didn't we? We've sold some of the $10 books I've been putting out the front, and they've been selling. Not a lot gone out of that one, but I was happy to pass on 3 books at least. The previous week was more books. We'll have a look over the first page in a minute. We sold that Women's World magazine, I think it was a 1940s one, and 4 of those religious books went the day I put them out, so there was $20 back. And the rest of that one, I think there was a lot of stuff in this box, wasn't there? Yeah, all the cat tins, haven't sold any of those yet. Sold the handkerchiefs, sold the recipe book with all the clippings in it. One of the Aspro books at $10. And I think this was also the episode where we had those cat calendars, was it? Or was that the one after? Yeah, it wasn't in here. But I can actually report that I have sold one of those cat calendars for $5. Ah yes, that was the week before, so one of those cat calendars is gone, and I'm pretty sure over time people will buy them, and I think that was a birthday gift, as I suggested it might be. We sold some of the crockery, 2 of the 50s vases have gone, so things tick over. I'm not in a rush to sell this stuff because it is the sort of stock I want in the shop, and it just ticks over fairly consistently. So thanks for coming along once again, guys, and helping me clean out that shed. Next week, I was pleased to get those cupboards out. We've been walking around those for ages. Next week, we're going to start on that middle shelf, I think, and we will have to take the stuff off the top. I don't even know what's on the top. And then we'll get to the old radio and the Sansui amplifier and whatever else is in those boxes. Pretty interesting stuff. So we'll drift away from books for a while because I don't think there'd be books up the top. That would have been silly, but stranger things have happened. Catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.